with Eddie and Ralph, your live help and solution center for YouTube and related tech. Please come in and enjoy the demonstration. Ask any questions you have about the demonstration or any tech-related question. We are here to help you and do this to help you. No question is dumb, and we will do what we can to keep it simple. Thank you. We will be starting soon. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tech Talk with Eddie and Ralph. I'm Eddie.
I'm Ralph. How's it going, everyone?
And we got 16 people in here. We want to thank Civi for the raid over. We will be discussing some OBS stuff tonight, as well as if anybody has any questions, we will be happy to answer them. All right.
Those questions don't have to be about OBS. They can be about EVMux, DaVinci, whatever.
And in the house, we have Desert Living, Greg Johnson, 7210, Peaceful Des, Arlene 1010, Chef Civi, Cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline, Devil Dogs Keeper Jamie, Greg Johnson's in two places, Old Man King Homestead, Simply Jan Homestead, and YouTube Police. We want to thank everybody for coming in. And not much going on with me this week. I burnt down a stump. Don't have the picture of the stump. Hey, Jamie, you wanna text me or email me a picture so I can show them the stump? I may not have a before picture, but if you were on the live last night, you seen me burning it. I stayed up until like 10:30 this morning, and I stayed up overnight feeding it and trying to get it to burn down all the way and everything. And I still got work to do. I got to shovel it out and some of the roots out and stuff like that, burn a little bit more or whatever. But the stump's gone. Jamie said, dang, it looks different. Because that we moved in here 7 years ago, and it was an oak tree, a big freaking oak tree, huge. And it died, and it started dropping limbs. And so we had to cut it down so it didn't fall on the house. And so we cut it down, and then that stump, like 3-4 years ago. And so that stump's been out there. I think she sent me the pictures. That stump's been out there decomposing for like 3 or 4 years. And it had ants and termites or whatever else in it. And so, okay, that's the after picture. Okay. I don't know if we have a before picture, Jamie, but I will share the after picture. So then anyways, I've been wanting this thing gone forever. And P Digit said that it would take me 2 weeks to burn it down. No, I told him it wouldn't, and it didn't. And here's see, I still need. There's 2 roots right here that are above ground that I need to either cut down, burn down, whatever. And then this was still smoldering, burning, but right around here, this is where the ants were that I stepped in. Uh, there's ants all over there, and there's still some tree over here that I got to dig out or burn out. But for the most part, all of that stuff is gone. And that stump was like up to here. It was a big stump. It wasn't no little stump. That thing was big. So that's basically what's been going on with me yesterday and today. So I slept till like 2 o'clock, and then got up 8, jumped on some lives or whatever. Watching the Texas Rangers Astros game right now. It is 1-1, and Texans training camp started Wednesday. They'll go full pads on Monday, so I'm excited about that. You know, my football season's coming. August 13th, first preseason game. So what's been going on with you, Ralph?
Not much. Not much. Losing my voice. Why? I don't know. Hang on. Oh, that was bad. Not much. A couple of doctor's appointments. One for me, one for Isla. Rearranging some furniture around the house, which around here is hard because I took the big couch that was down here. We took that back upstairs, and one of the couches that's up there is going up into the big room upstairs. So that's going to be a chore tomorrow, but just dealing with everyday life. Trying to get my knee to quit hurting.
That's why you got Chris and John, bro.
That's it.
That's why you have kids for.
I'm just supervising. That's all I'm doing. My left knee's been hurting since I went over to my sister's house. So just let them do it. Plus, it's hard for more than one person to carry a couch unless you get people in the middle of it. But when you go out that side of my room, out the door that way, you go around the house and you go up, and the hill is like double angled. It's up and it's down towards the front. So it's not an easy place to walk. So it's kind of a 2-person job, but they got it up here. But it's one of those older, big recliner type sofas that weighs a ton.
Well, at least it wasn't one of those ones that have the pull-out beds.
Yeah, we have one of those too, but it stays up in the middle level of the house. I'm in the basement. I have a room down here in the basement. So when I say it, I don't have a 3-story house. It's a 2-story house with a basement, but I'm down in the basement. So
you said you have a room. So does that mean when Isla's pissed off at you, you sleep in the basement?
No, usually, yeah, it's funny. Ralph. Usually if she gets mad at me, she sleeps on the couch.
Ralph's doghouse.
That's it. I have slept down here before, but not because anybody was mad at me, just because stuff that was going on. But it's a big room. It's the room itself is about 2/3 the length of the house, and then there's a big long hallway storage area on the other end of that. That's just full of junk right now. We're trying to clean up some of this stuff.
I wore my Air Force shirt for you.
I saw that.
I'm supporting my co-host.
That's it. For those of you who may not know, I spent just under 8 years in the Air Force. So we're 2 veterans here. We have a Marine and an Air Force vet.
Yeah, so I think it was Mark Kratz, bought this shirt for me. He dared me to wear it or something. And I'm like, I ain't got a problem wearing it. I got buddies, Ralph and T-Rock and Mark, they were all in the Air Force. Yep. I can support my brothers in arms.
That's it. I always say that between the Marines, which is the brawn and the bravado, and the Air Force, which is the stealth and the intelligence, between the 2 of them, we can't be beat. So we got it covered.
I like how you leave the intelligence out of the Marines. It's all right. Marines, we never got new equipment, so Marines had a habit of acquiring from other
Yep.
branches of the service because they got all the good equipment. We got all the hand me downs and stuff. So we would acquire our equipment from other branches.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Depending on who's close and who you can get stuff from, either by bartering or permanently borrowing.
Marines don't steal, we acquire.
But anyway.
All right, on to OBS.
All right, so I thought we'd switch it up and do some OBS stuff tonight. One thing that, excuse me, I showed Eddie how to do is the replay buffer that's built into OBS. On his gaming channel, there's sometimes when you're playing a game that something may happen. You may get a really cool kill, or depending on the game, you may have good guts and blood. I cannot talk today. Good and guts. You know what I'm trying to say?
Blood and guts. Marines can say that.
I've had this problem all day today that I just cannot talk. I don't know what it is. So anyway, but you may want to capture that, and you don't want to just, if long gameplay, you don't want to record the whole thing. There's this built-in thing called the replay buffer in OBS that will constantly record however long you tell it to. Usually just keep a short clip, and it keeps it in memory. And when you hit a button, it will actually grab that clip. So I'm going to show you. It's really easy to set. It sounds really complicated. It's ridiculously easy to set up. So Eddie just brought up, this is my OBS screen. So I have myself in two screens right now. I'm side by side. But this is what my OBS screen looks like. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to switch my scene to this right here. So this is just a real simple scene with a background and a clock up here because I want to show you how this thing works. It's a little odd how it works. So the way you set this up, you want to check some settings first. So what you want to do is you want to come over here to Output. And you want to check your recording tab. All you're really going to check in here is your recording path, because this is where it's going to grab, it's where it's going to capture the clip to. So this is whatever you have set here is where it's going to grab it. That's really all you need to look at. You just want to make sure your bit rate's good. My set to 60,000. That's good for recording. Whatever works for your PC. Okay, and then you're going to come over here to the replay buffer. Make sure it's enabled. This is grayed out right now because I have it turned on. If this is not enabled, you will not have this button right here. So just turn that on and then set it for however long you want it to record. Like I said, clips, anybody who's worked with video knows that a 20-second, 30-second clip is actually quite long. So keep it to whatever you want. You can play with it to see what works, depending on what you're grabbing. And you may want it longer, you may want it shorter. Just depends on how much editing you want to do when you put all your clips together to make a video at the end or whatever you're going to do with them. So I set mine for 20 seconds. It seems to work pretty good. And that's really all there is. One more, sorry. This is going to be your resolution, and this is going to be your frame rate. But you're normally going to have this set from when you're working in OBS anyway. You normally wouldn't change this. So this is going to record in 1920 by 1080 with an FPS of 60.
Now, there is one other thing. When you first set this up, if you look over on the right-hand side where it says Stop Replay Buffer, when you first go to set it up, that replay buffer, which will say start or stop, or it'll say start, will not be there. You're going to have to shut down OBS and restart OBS for that replay buffer to show up.
Right. If it's not enabled, I don't know if it gets enabled by default or not. I can't remember. Yeah, if it's not there and you have to go check that enable box, you will have to shut down OBS and bring it back up. Yes. But that's really the only odd thing. So in this scene, I put this clock up here just so that you can see actually what this does. So normally after you come up, this is going to say start replay buffer when it's turned off. You want to start it. And I normally wait. So I want to start this, like when I opened the OBS to start this live, I started the replay buffer. It just gets it going, gets it working through the whole 20 seconds, kind of gets you into it. So one very important thing. Now, this may just be my OBS, but if I close OBS without stopping this replay buffer, it crashes OBS. That just may be mine. I don't know if anybody else has this problem or not, but I always stop mine. I have to stop it before I exit out of OBS, and I usually give it a good 20 seconds, 30 seconds to let that buffer just completely clear out. I don't know why it hangs. Like I said, it might be just me. I haven't tested it on some of my other PCs. But if it's on and you close OBS and it crashes, that's probably what's causing it. So anyway, that is all there is to it. The replay buffer is running and it's going. Now, there's a couple different ways you can capture this, actually make it capture what it's recording. It's recording this in memory. So it's not actually physically recording into an MP4 file or a video file right at the moment. All it's doing is it's actually eating up some of your memory and it's recording live in memory. It's just in memory. It is not a file anywhere yet. So to do that, there's a couple different ways to do it. This little button right here, if I click that, it's going to do exactly that, save replay. You can set up a hotkey for it if you want. If you have a Stream Deck or touch portal, you can set up a button to do it on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit this. Oh, one other thing, 20 seconds. The 20 seconds is when I hit this button. So like if I wanted to grab me doing this, if I hit the button right after I do that, that is going to be at the end of the 20-second clip. Okay, and I'll show you that in a minute here. So we're going along and we're doing something, and I'm going to do this, and now I'm going to go hit this button right here. Whoops, if I can click on the button, and now it's captured it. And I will pop this up because this is where it captured it. So there is what it captured. And it puts the prefix of replay, so you know it was a replay buffer. So if I play this now, I hope you guys should be able to hear it. Button right after I do that, that is going to be at the end of the 20-second clip. Okay, and I'll show you that in a minute here. So we're going along and we're doing something, and I'm going to do this, and now I'm going to go hit this button right here. Whoops, if I can click on. So there's my clip, and that's basically how you use the replay buffer. That's it. It's really that simple. Like I said, it sounds like it's something that would be really difficult to do. When I first heard about it, I was like, why would I ever want to use that, or what? That sounds very hard to set up. And after I looked at it a little bit, I was like, oh, this is quite simple. But if you were doing a podcast, through OBS. Now this is only going to capture OBS. This is not going to capture EVMux or anything else. It's just OBS. Okay. So if you're doing a podcast with OBS and you want to grab clips to make a shorter video or make shorts with, very simple to do. You don't have to record the whole broadcast and go through and, oh, where was that? Because you can hit that button however you set it, whatever you set up to actually do the capture. You can hit that
multiple
as many times as, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't spam the button because you're going to freak it. You're probably going to crash your PC. But again, if you're doing gameplay and there's something you want to capture to, you know, maybe make a short of or whatever, anything, cooking video that maybe you want to grab a, you know, little screenshot or something at the end. You don't have to do any extra recording. You don't have to go hit start record, stop record, you know, just like right here, just make different clips.
You also don't have to take a 2-hour video and find a specific clip to make a short of it, and you know, download that
Yep.
2-hour video, or make a, you know, all you have to do is for 20 or 30 seconds, whatever you have it set, hit the button, and then that'll be saved. So you can put out your regular long play video, and then you could drop a short as well. Say, check out the full length video, like on your short, you could say, check out the full length video, uh, and then put the link there or whatever.
Yep. Now, if you use OBS a lot and you use one of the vertical plugins like the ATM plugin, which is probably the best, it actually will let you record vertical clips. It has its own replay buffer. I will demo that at some point, but I have not played around with it enough to feel comfortable demoing it to people. But that's basically how the replay buffer works. And then just to turn it off, you just come over here and stop. Like I said, I let it, you know, I give it a good 20 seconds, 30 seconds, usually however long I have it set for. And you can play, you know, you can play around with the length depending on what you're trying to capture. But like a cooking video is a good example of where to use it, because you can just grab like highlight screenshots. You know, you don't have to go through showing everybody how to cut up everything and all that stuff. If you just want to grab some clips to make a short out of, for, you know, as an advertisement for a long form video, this makes it really, really easy. And especially if you're going to make a short, if you're using the 18, the plugin, the vertical plugin, that makes it just super easy because it records in vertical format instead of portrait format. But that's it. That's how that works. Very, very simple stuff. So what else were we going to show? Oh, we're going to do some plugins. Okay, there's some plugins that I use quite a bit when I'm doing stuff. Come back over here. Back to that scene. That I do different things with. One of them is it's called the Glow, Stroke, and Shadow plugin. You can find it on the website, the OBS website, on the plugin website. And what it does is it lets you put exactly that, either a stroke, a glow, or a drop shadow around whatever you put it on to. So let me come back up here. Let me come to this. I use this base scene. I do things a little bit different than a lot of people. I have 3 different camera views that I use quite a bit. So instead of me, whenever I create a new scene or I want to do something new, instead of me going in, creating a new scene, adding my camera, setting up the chroma key and all that stuff on it, I just created this scene that I call base, and it's got my 3 basic cameras in it. So that's what everybody is seeing. That's the one that we normally look at. This is one I set up to be around. This is what you see in my tutorials that I've been doing that I need to get back to doing. And then this is basically this scene with a glow. And if you notice here, I've got my camera, and here I'm using Source Clone, which is another plugin. What this will allow you to do is I can add this glow to this Source Clone, and it doesn't mess with my camera. So if I start this scene and I bring my camera in here again, whatever change I make to the camera, it makes it in all the scenes. So by just creating my base, which is this one, with my camera and my chroma key, and that's all it is. So that's what my camera looks like. This is my green screen. It's a pull down. That's the rest of my room. And then I just have it cropped in with the chroma key so that all you see is that. So you can see how I have it cropped in. The green dots are because I have it cropped in. So that's what it looks like. So on this, I use Source Clone so that when I added this glow to it, it doesn't affect the other cameras. It's one of the really nice things about using Source Clone is that you can add filters to it without changing the original source. So exactly what I'm doing here. So what I did was, after I installed the plugin, real simple plugin to install, I just come in here and I picked glow. Since I already did it, I won't do it again. Oops, sorry. That's the source. Back to filters. So there, I turned it off. And it's just an outer glow. Padding is none. Padding is if I want to put a space between the glow and what it's glowing around. Blur type, I normally just leave this to triangular. I normally turn the threshold all the way up. I can make it bigger. I can make the intensity greater so that it really comes through. Looks very weird on my glasses when I turn that way. So, and that's all there is to it. And then you just pick your color. Fill type, you use color, and then select your color. Pick whatever color you want. If you want to be yellow, you can be yellow. Pick red because it stands out. Now, you may ask, what would you use this for? A lot of times, again, in a game scene, you normally will just bring yourself in like this so that you're not interfering with a lot of the gameplay that's going on. But sometimes you get lost because you're kind of small and you kind of mix into maybe what's going on in the background of the game or whatever you're on top of. So if you add yourself like this, it just makes you stand out a little bit more. I've seen people use this when they do music reaction videos. They'll put themselves down small in the corner instead of having a big screen up, a regular portrait type screen up. So different ways to use it. So like on this one that I made, I have me up like that. So this would be the game scene. And I just have me in a round thing with a black background and then a little red glow around me. So again, just different things to do different things with. So let's go back over to the base. Now this round one, if you look at this again is the source clone. There's no glow. This color is the light blue background that I have back there. So if I turn that, then I'm just like that. And I'll show you how I got this round in just a second. So I've got the filters here, or I've got no filters there because it's just a source clone. And then I've got my color here, and there's no filters on the color. So the way I got this round, another plugin, we're working 3 or 4 plugins here called Advanced Masks. So what I did over here, you can apply filters to the actual scene itself, but you don't do it from here. You must, if you're applying filters to a scene, you must do it over here. So filters. So my advanced mask is, this lets you add mask to things very, very easily, whether it's a video or your camera or whatever. So I'm using an alpha mask. I'm using a shape. I'm using a circle. And then I can move it around, center it up and down, wherever you want it to go. Oops. And then you can make how big it is. Zoom it. Zoom it. Ah. And you can feather the edges if you want. So that's it. That's how I created the round mask around myself, the circle. Now the stroke is this outside, and this one's kind of hard to see on here. I just added a stroke in my filters, told it to be an outer stroke. Again, no padding, threshold can stay there. The size of it, you can see it better now. I just have it really thin. Normally, offset is kind of like padding. And then you can select the color. Let's make it yellow to stand out a little bit better. So again, that's how I created my round camera view. And that's basically what I have in my game scene. I just have it set up a little bit different. I didn't start that game scene with this base scene. This is something I just created here recently. So if I come back over here now, to game capture, no, it won't be because I didn't change it here. That's right, I didn't change it there. But it would be like that here. Just bring it in like that. So that's how you can use multiple filters in different places to create whatever kind of effect you want. Kind of went through that fast. And like I said, I'm having trouble talking today for some reason. Don't know why. I felt fine all day, but it started this morning. I went through about a 10-minute period where I just kind of stumbled over everything I was saying. And I think I just did it again. Anyway, I hope that made sense for everybody. There's tons and tons and tons of plugins that you can get OBS to pretty much do anything you want. You can put them on top of each other, just like I did with my little round thing there. So that's how all that works. And so this is what I'm always talking about, that Eddie and I use the OBS virtual camera as our camera input to EVMux, because you've got my camera view and you've got my OBS view. We don't need 2 of me up there. That's really about all I had for tonight. What are you watching, Eddie? Watching a baseball game? You're muted or something.
Yeah, no, that's over there.
Oh.
I'm messing with my chroma key.
Oh. We were adjusting Eddie's chroma key and how we were applying it before we started, and couldn't quite get it right.
Yeah, it's the lighting. A lot of it has to do with lighting.
Yep. And it's not the brightness of the lights, everyone. It's the evenness of the light over your green screen. Or whatever color you're using.
It can be black and white.
Yeah, like I said, I have an extra light on the floor that shines across the bottom of my green screen. Doesn't really make much difference at night, but I have 2 windows on that side that it really makes a difference during. I just turned it off, so you really can't tell. But during the day, I have to have that on, or I get that same type of effect down in the bottom corner of my green screen too. So it's pretty close right there. I don't know what it's going to look like when you put something behind you, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You still got a little bit down in that bottom left corner.
With that light.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually, and that looks good. It's something washing out there.
What is
Looks
that?
looks like there's something showing through your right side of your face. Like a blob or something. I don't know what that is. Is that in
it's
the...
a reflection off my glasses.
No, it's down in your beard. It looks like it's other side.
Yeah.
It's not, it's something, I think it's showing through from that picture. No, it's just the chroma key. There you go. That's better. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Now,
because you have some uneven lighting anyway.
Yeah. What is that? What is that plug-in called? Glow what?
It is. Let me get the right name. Where's that? Let's see. I sent that to you. It is called the Stroke Glow Shadow plugin. There's a link to it in the email I sent you.
Oh, okay.
Along with the advanced mask and the source clone. Oh. You guys, again, if you're over in my channel, I actually was looking at it a second ago, but if you're over there, I usually do not watch my channel. So if you're chatting over there, I'm not ignoring you. I just got too much stuff open here to keep track of everything that's going on, especially when I can't even talk.
Eddie's behind the cloud. I always wondered where the cloud is. It's at Eddie's house. Whatever, Todd.
Way behind on chat over here. find it?
Yeah, hold on. I got an error.
Pop it up if you don't.
Yes. Click install. Following specifications need to be updated by setup. It is recommended that you allow setup to automatically close these applications after the installation is completed. Setup will attempt to restart the application. Okay. Ignore the error.
This is the web page where it is. If anybody wants to,
yeah, that's where I was.
Look at that real quick.
Okay, it's saying I need to update something. So let's go to.
So that's stroke, and that's with a little padding. This is just on the page. That's glow, and then that's adding a drop shadow. But all your controls are right there. Very easy to use. So that
Be
is
right back.
that one. Let's see. Close that one. This is advanced masks. You can download it. You just go to this download button and then download. What do you want? Windows installer, a zip file that is a manual install, Mac OS, and Linux. So you just download whichever one you want. Oh, if they have an installer, I always grab the Windows installer. We work in Windows here, so. So that's advanced mask, and there again, this one's really easy to use, and you can make curved corners, make the circle like I did. It's got ellipses, it's got pentagons, it's got stars, hearts. That's a source mask. Again, just more fun things to play with OBS. And let's see, what was the last one? Was the source clone. So source clone is this one.
Hold on 1 second.
The source clone is one that people who use OBS a lot. It's like one of their plugins that you just have to have. Because you don't want to have to be reconfiguring your camera every time you just want to do something simple like add a glow to it. Now, of course, you could put the filter on and then go turn it on and off when you wanted to. But that's kind of a pain in the neck. Too many easy ways to work around that kind of thing. So that's those. Bring this down. So we're not looking at both those. We're looking at two of me. So did you install that one? But
yeah,
he went away.
I think so. Yeah, my camera was blurry for some reason. Filter.
These things install really, really fast because they're basically just copying like 3 or 4 files to certain places within the OBS directory. And most of them are not very large to start with.
There we go.
Yep. That's how easy it was. I mean, what, you install that and applied it in what? 3 minutes, 5 minutes?
Well, actually, not even that long. I had to go let Gracie out because she was barking.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, a lot of these, especially the simpler plugins,
But look, it
are
makes me
quite.
have horns.
Yep. Yeah, it does. Yeah, if you get some a little bit better, more, I won't say better, I'll just say more even lighting on your green screen, that'll be a lot better.
Yep.
Excuse me. Eddie's watching a baseball game. I'm watching a soccer game. So.
Oh, there's soccer on?
Yeah, Atlanta and Philadelphia are playing. MLS is back after the World Cup. But it's halftime and I haven't seen the score yet. So
Texas Rangers 3, Houston Astros 5.
last time I glanced over there, it was still 0-0, and now it's at halftime and they haven't shown the score yet.
Well, thank you, Civvy. Super Train is leaving the station.
Station.
Appreciate that, Civvy. OBS is fun to play with, but sometimes you can do it with the plugins.
Yes, you can.
Hey, Bat.
All the plugins are fun to play with, and some of them are very, very, very useful. But it is more of a plume. Well, we could do that. You can pick any color you want. So, but yeah, it's easy to overdo it with the plugins. It's not that you just overdo it. You just get too many of them installed and you forget to go back and uninstall them. They are working on a way to manage them because there has been no way to manage them. It's more of a, I'll say, it's a little bit heavier duty than a plugin. It's called Stream Up that will help you manage your plugins, but they have a certain set of plugins they like installed, and it's actually quite a few of them. They're all very useful, what they like to have, and I can't think of the guy's first name. His last name is Lippy. He does a lot of OBS and stuff like that. But it's one of the things that has always been lacking in OBS is a good management system for all your plugins. And I will pop this back up real quick. They are working on doing something like that. If you come up to tools now, they have this plugin manager. And all it does right now is show you what you have installed. So at least you can see there's other stuff here. It doesn't do anything. These other tabs don't work right now. But it's a step in the right direction. At least it's something there. Before, unless you kept it written down somewhere, just kept track of it, it was hard to know what you did have and didn't have as far as things. These are pretty much things that I all use. Some of them I don't. And there's the A10 vertical canvas thing that I haven't played with.
That one don't work too good with my.
No, it doesn't.
And it's a brown color. It don't work too good with that. Well, maybe if I had
Oh.
the. Well, let's see.
But then I have the Stream Up is the product I was talking about. You can find this online. anybody wants to go check it out. Andy Lippy, that's his name. Andy is his first name. I couldn't think. So I'll pop this back up just for another second. You notice in this scene, I've got all kinds of stuff over here. I use a lot of nested scenes so that I don't have to recreate stuff again and again and again and again. So like these things that start with NS, that's just what I call my nested scenes. I create a scene and then again, another plugin, but these are useful plugins that I use. There's one here called Source Copy. What it'll do is it'll let you create, it creates all of these scenes or everything are what's called, they're in JSON format. It's just a programming format, but it's plain text you can read. It's nothing special. But what you can do is export these things, and then you can bring them back in, import the JSON into another scene collection and stuff. So again, you don't have to go recreating something that you used in another scene collection, but now you want to use it again somewhere else. There's ways to get them in and out.
There. Now, do I look like I'm Paula Poop? You know, the little.
I'll let Chad answer that.
The little freaking
pretty close
emoji.
Yeah.
Is that better for you, Stalk Gaming?
So this is the kind of thing about OBS, and same thing with kind of DaVinci. If there's something you want to do, believe me, you can find a way to do it. So,
well, I was trying to amuse him since he said that I needed poop thing.
Well, I mean, that's just what you do, though. It's like you'll be in a live or you'll be in a chat and somebody will mention something silly and it's like, oh, I bet I could do that. So it's like, get your imagination going and stuff. So it is very fun to play with. And there's really useful plugins like the Move Transition plugin that you can move stuff around anywhere on the screen.
Stalk Gaming is RC Robert Charles. It's Bushcraft.
So yeah, it's just fun to go play with things and see what you can come up with.
Yeah, I need to work on my lighting.
Yeah, it's just different ways to highlight yourself, different ways to bring things up. I've seen quite a few people use this glow effect when they're doing, like I said, music reaction videos, so that they can have as much as they want on, as much of the music video on screen as they can. It's used a lot in gaming videos. But the replay buffer is the best thing for if you're doing a long live stream of any kind. But some of these gamers get on and they go for hours and hours and hours and hours, and it's like if you had to record that and then go back through and clip out what you wanted, there'd be no way, unless you would have to literally just write it down, write down a time mark of where you saw it, and it would still not be exact. Which manager are you talking about? Yeah, the one built into OBS is not very good. StreamUp is the one that I use. That may be the one you're thinking about. I think there's a couple others. StreamUp is by Andy Lippy.
All right, Stephen.
Enjoy your run. Tell your dog to enjoy his run too.
Yeah, I had to kick my dog out of here. The door was open. She went out there in the hallway and started barking. So
Oh, you weren't on the phone, so she didn't come in there and start barking like she normally does whenever you get on the phone.
I don't know if she heard something or what, but she was in here laying down, and then she went out because my door was open. She went out, and there was a baby gate in there to keep Penny out. And so she went to the gate and was barking. So I went out, opened the gate, let Gracie out, and come back in, shut the door, so she wouldn't be bugging me. What was it? Thank you, Timmy. Appreciate that, brother.
It's so weird when you go over and look at your YouTube channel because it's behind where we are.
Yeah, but see, that gives me, because of Streamlabs, it gives me the notification in my ear, and it reads, I can add to that. And I guess they're hearing it too. If I have my...
I don't have my sound on over there.
Yeah, I don't have it.
It would feedback.
Either. Yeah. But it gives me the notification and it reads it to me. So I started looking, and
well, you're not on. Sorry, you're not on the scene that has the alert box on it, are you?
It's on my OBS.
Right, but are you in that same scene?
Hold on.
Because you don't have that in. Are you on your game scene right now? Or are you on your?
No, this is my game scene right there.
Okay. So were you on the regular scene that you normally use for when we're doing this? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, then yeah, it should be there. I thought you had switched to something different.
It may have been under the image though. What's it called?
It would be a browser source, or I named mine Alert Box, so I would know what it was.
Yeah, maybe I need to rename mine.
It's a browser source.
Lower thirds, alerts. It's alerts, I think. Let me take
that. May be what you got. Yeah, that's probably what you called it. If you're wondering what we're talking about, that's how you get alerts from Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or any of those type of things into OBS. It's actually comes in as a browser source.
Now it's up top. So if somebody subscribes to my channel, if somebody throws a super chat, whatever, it'll come up right here. But it was down below the picture, so it was actually underneath. Behind it. Yeah, it was layered.
It does a good job. It really does. So if you wanted to really highlight giving somebody the finger, that'd be the way to do it.
Oh, hold on. I can do that.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
See, that's a happy bird, though. You could make it ready to be an angry bird.
What was I going to say?
Don't know.
I use Stream Elements for gaming. Yeah, that's what RC said. He uses Stream Elements for gaming.
Yep, they're very similar.
I have Streamlabs. I just didn't have it all the way at the top. That's why it was showing behind the background.
Yeah, it was underneath the background.
Because I heard it, I just didn't see it when I looked up.
Yeah, I didn't think I had seen it. That's why I was wondering if you had switched your scenes, because I didn't see it.
He said because I'm lazy.
Well, it's helpful because you can have other stuff come up on the screen. Excuse me, kills and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Again, the world of online streaming is just how you want it.
I didn't know that.
I haven't looked at Stream Elements in a long time, and they just changed. So I think they were bought by Razer, the the hardware company. I'm not sure who. Well, I think it was Razer. I think I saw something about there, and I did get an email from them, just like Civi got one about things are different, things will be different, whatever. I didn't really look at it either because I don't really use it.
Let's see something.
But I have no idea. I haven't looked at any articles or read anything or looked at any YouTube videos about what could be going on with it. It's probably going to be just like anything else when they're first acquired. There won't be a lot of changes up front, but then as time goes on, things will slowly start to change. But Stream Elements and Stream Labs, as far as the chatbot and all that stuff goes, are relatively the same. I don't believe they have like the points. Oh, they do. Okay, they do have it for game. Oh, for gaming. I don't think they have the point system in Stream Elements for like doing the gambling and doing that type of contest. I could be wrong, but like I said, it's been a long time since I looked at them. And that's what I'm always saying.
Let's see if this works. Yep, right there.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and that's what I'm always saying. You got to go check out all of these different pieces of software for yourself and decide which one works for you best. There is no one correct answer to this is the best one. This is not the best, or this is the worst one, or
yeah, just lost 60 cents showing you all that. I had to super chat myself $2. Well, I could have did $1, but then it wouldn't have had the message. Here it is. So I had to super chat myself $2, and YouTube takes 30 cents a piece on $1. So. RC said I have my own chatbot for that.
That works. I mean, that's just what it is. It's whatever works for you. If it works for you, it's right. It's like writing code. It may work. It may not be efficient, but it works.
Arlene said, thank you, Eddie, for sending a super chat to yourself. I was trying to prove a point.
You could have just brought up Streamlabs and done a test. It would have done the same thing.
Crap. Now you tell me.
Well, you didn't tell me what you were doing. I'm always telling Eddie how to do stuff after he does it and screws it up.
Let's see, alert box. See. Members.
And same thing in Stream Elements. You can customize all these alerts and put different sounds, different music, different
Where's the test?
Graphics, all kinds of stuff.
Test button above. Here we go. This is if somebody subscribes to my channel, that's what it'll do.
Don't do preview, do test.
Right there. It'll do that. And then for members, it'll do that.
Yep, and that one fires off even if it's just somebody that's come up that says, you know, I've been a member for X number of months. That one, that's the same thing that fires off.
There's a super chat. There's super sticker. There's gifted memberships. I don't know if I have that turned on or not. I guess they're all turned on. No, I don't know. And there's jewel gifts. So they added jewel gifts, didn't they? Because that wasn't there before.
Yeah, that wasn't there before. Of course, gold jewel gifts weren't there before either. So
yeah.
Something in my eye.
Oh, it was doing different ones, different amounts. So that is Streamlabs, and you don't have to pay for Streamlabs, even though Talk Studio is owned by Streamlabs, right, Ralph?
Yes.
If you're just using the alert box and stuff like that, all right, take it easy, RC.
Yep, have a good one.
If you're just using the gambling and the stuff that's on the alert box and stuff like that that's on Streamlabs, you don't have to pay anything for it.
Yeah. I think Stream Elements is the same way. I don't know if I'm sure they have a paid level too. Like I said, it's been 2 or 3 years since I've even logged on. I still have my account, but I started using Streamlabs and we started using Talk Studio. So
yeah,
didn't need to. They basically do the same thing. So
level up your stream theme library. Overlay, make your stream stand out. Multi-stream widgets. There's some stuff that I haven't really looked into here.
There's all kinds of stuff there. They have a tipping thing too, and I think you have to be a member of Streamlabs to tip to people on Streamlabs or what. I've looked at it. I haven't really done anything with it.
Hey, Suck. What's up, bud?
It's just another way that you could get an income stream if you weren't monetized on YouTube. But I think didn't you have to have a membership on Streamlabs to do that when we were looking at that the other day, Eddie?
To do what? To do
the
what?
Tipping. The tipping.
I think so. Let's see.
So it creates basically a website, and you just send the link out, and people come to it. But I think if they want to leave you something, they have to have a Streamlabs account. Again, it's free, but they got to have a Streamlabs account. Some people don't like signing up for
tipping
account after account after account.
Yeah, you got to connect your PayPal or whatever to it. I'm looking at tip settings. You put it in US dollars or whatever. There's messages. Preferred lingo donation.
So like up in the upper right hand corner, it has the link that you would send to somebody or post it somewhere.
Yeah, your tip page.
So that's what you would send to somebody. They would click on it, but I think in order to leave a tip, they have to have a Streamlabs membership. Again, it's free, but just something else you have to sign up for. Some people don't like doing that.
Oh, I did have one tip on here. But see, I think that I don't remember how much. I think they charge something because.
And see, that's what I've heard is that they don't charge. So again, I
think they do because Simon had tipped me September 21st, 2024 at 7:44 p.m. Simon tipped me $1 to check it. And then I think we checked the PayPal and it was considerably less than $1.
Okay.
So that's how we figured out how much. Now I don't know if it's PayPal or a processing fee or what.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Was that a processing fee? Did he do it through a credit card? Did he do it through PayPal? I don't.
I think he did it through PayPal because it says PayPal amount $1. So I think he did it.
Again, somebody's got to get their cut somewhere. So
yeah, and that's why I'm like, it's better just to go through a super chat or whatever, or your PayPal link or Cash App link or whatever.
Yep, hey, it's Jerry. Just something. Yep, it's just something else that's there, guys.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're not a monetized channel on YouTube, you can either use that or use your PayPal or Cash App or whatever else. But a lot of
Yep.
people don't have PayPal or don't have Cash App, or there's been people that don't want to use PayPal, and
Yep.
stuff like that. So
It's
it's
just like
it's
we are.
all
Yeah.
you
It's just
gotta
another option. It's just another option out there for you to use. So
have.
again, that's why it's kind of the
Oh,
wild, wild world of online streaming. Is there's just so much different pieces of software and stuff out there to use and try out and figure out which one works for you, which one doesn't work for you.
oh, by the way,
What?
the Jamie made a short of me starting the fire on that um, stump
On this,
yesterday, right? And
right?
I got comments on it and stuff. And I got two comments from the same guy saying how I could get in trouble and I could start a root fire and this and that and everything else. I mean, here's the thing. It's all about where you're at and everything else. Okay. We're not under a burn ban, number one. Number two, we're basically pretty close to sea level. So the water table's pretty shallow. Number three, we have Cajun clay here as far as the ground. And unless it was like really dry and the ground was cracking when that happens, those roots have water in them. Plus, underground, you have to have three things for a fire. You have to have fuel, heat, and oxygen. You know, and if you don't have oxygen underground and there's no chemicals being used on my yard, so those chemicals ain't don't have my yard don't have oxygen in it or whatever else. So I mean, it's just ridiculous. And plus I had a water hose, I was soaking the ground around it and everything else. I mean, but you'll have those people that are haters or whatever else that, I don't know. But there's always one, or
Yeah.
more. Judy May has a question. If a channel is partially monetized, do they already have an AdSense account? No, an ad
AdSense. I was trying to figure out what that was.
ADSEN SE. Um, if a channel is partially monetized, you have to. If I remember correctly, it's been 4 years, but if I remember correctly, whenever you go through and set up monetization, you have to create an AdSense account. Now you okay? I'll check my text in a minute, Jamie. Now you do not want to. And maybe that's autocorrect changing it because Marines and Army Mom says no. You have to set up an
Yeah.
AdSense account. Because whenever you go and fill out
That's
for the
funny.
monetization, you do have to create an AdSense account. Now, here's the thing. You can be monetized, but if you don't set up that AdSense account, you're not going to get paid out because you have to set that up in order to get paid out. Because it goes through and it'll tell you in your YouTube studio, it'll have a little warning up, a little flag or whatever up top saying you need to do this to complete your applicate or AdSense or whatever. I don't remember exactly what it was, but you have to set up the account. Yeah, it seems good on me. Darn tech talk to text. Okay, let me check my text. Is what Jamie said. Okay. Jamie said if we want to do a hashtag giveaway, we can do Tech Talk sticker and magnet. So let's do that.
That'll
I know
work.
we have one somewhere here. Wind wheel. Well, that's a wheel, but we can set up the hashtag. Give me a second. No, wait. Oh wait, new scene. Wind wheel. We gotta have one here somewhere, Ralph.
You just had one.
Well, that was
You
a
want a
wheel.
wheel? You want a wheel or a hashtag?
Hashtag, so
Oh,
people can enter. So I ain't got to type everything in. I guess we can go studio mode, new scene,
yeah. Just throw one in there.
and we'll leave Butler Family Farm up there. How about that? Look, we're advertising too. We're advertising Butler Family Farm 2005. um, let's see, add new layer, apps and widgets, giveaway, add scene. There we go. But they can't see the.
Yeah, I can't see it, and
I can't see it yet. Hold on, man.
I can't see it in the studio either.
I haven't. I'm doing a.
Oh.
Yeah, and dynamics, or I mean, studio mode. Okay. There we go. Now we're advertising Jerry. We're advertising Jerry and doing a hashtag at the same time. All right.
That works.
Jerry was already there. Butler Family Farm 2005 was already there.
You can always turn that off. You can always hit the eyeball on it.
I can. Swinging 3D text. There we go. There we go. So if you want a drawing for a Tech Talk sticker and magnet, enter hashtag Tech Talk. Will that work on both channels? Yes, it will work on both channels because you type it in, it goes into EV Mux, and EV Mux populates it. So it doesn't matter if you're on Ralph's channel or my channel. All the T's have to be crossed and all the I's need to be dotted. Not if it's a capital I, Jerry. Hey, Nora, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Well, I was asking, okay. I was asking because this channel I know keeps saying he's waiting to get verified, but he can get super chatted, and paid members to his channel. Okay, yeah, he can, but he's not going to get paid out till he has the AdSense account finalized. If that makes sense.
He may be waiting for some verification back on that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Correct. Yeah, because whenever you have not completed your full thing, whenever you go to YouTube Studio, they'll at the top there'll be a little flag or a little warning saying you need to do this to finish or do whatever. So, yes, he can possibly get members, and because for one, YouTube wants their money. So if he's met all the qualifications and everything else, he can get supers and members, but he's not going to be able to get paid out until he gets his AdSense and all his information submitted to YouTube, if that makes sense. I hope it does. And I hope I'm not telling no lies, but to my knowledge, Eddie, yes, it does. Thank you. And I'm glad I can give you a chuckle salute. But to the best of my recollection, that's how it works. Oh, wait. Is that post game? Oh, it says after. Because that was like, it was just sixth inning. Astros are winning 3-5 last I seen against the Texas Rangers. Up 4-5 now.
Yep. And Atlanta's actually winning the soccer game 2-1.
Bottom of the sixth.
But they're down a man, so I don't know what's going on.
Who's Atlanta playing?
Philadelphia. The Union.
Okay, that's MLS, right?
Yep.
So Dynamo's in that.
Yes.
We have a soccer team here in Houston called the Houston Dynamo. We don't have no hockey team though. Actually,
we've had 2 or 3 different hockey teams, but they've come and gone. I wish we'd get another one.
We used to have a semi-pro hockey team called Houston Aeros. And Andrew, my son, went to see him, and he loved it. He thought it was great. But then Arrows left, and so we don't have a hockey team no more, not even semi-pro. But the thing is like if you're in Houston, where Minute Maid Park is, which is now Daikin Park, right across 59 from them is the soccer stadium. And then also right down the road from Daikin Park is Toyota Center, which is where the Rockets play. And then if you follow 59 south, you can go 59 all the way to 610, or 59 to 288 to 610. 288, you'd go west, and 59, if you stayed on there, you'd go south, and it would curve around going east. But then you'd hit Reliant, well, NRG Stadium, which they're renaming Reliant back to its original name, and that's where the Texans play. So, yeah, I've never been to a hockey game. Been to Astros games, Oilers games, Texans games. Never been to a Rockets game. Watched plenty of them on TV. Want to also add, if you don't have the physical address that the post office delivers to, due to being in a rural area where you must have a P.O. box, add physical address and P.O. box to AdSense. Okay, there you go. Like I said, it's been 3.5 years since I got monetized, something like that. So I don't remember all the ins and outs and specifics of it.
Yep, and no telling how much has changed between then and now. Excuse me. Yeah, Timmy said hockey is great fun. Yes, hockey is a lot of fun. I played for a couple of years.
Well, you're just saying local. That because you're just saying that because you like soccer, and it's really close.
It's not. It's close, but it ain't that close. It's funny. Well, we lived here in Atlanta, and then my dad transferred jobs, and we moved right up north, right outside of Philadelphia. And all of my friends lived in the apartment complex above my neighborhood, and they had 2 ponds up there, and of course they would freeze during the winter. And the first time I set foot on ice, I was like, "Oh, I love this. This is excellent. I love doing this." Because I could I roller skated here, so we didn't have any there. I think at that time there was 1 ice rink in Atlanta, and it was a really small one. But the first time I stepped on the ice, I was like, "Oh, this is great. I like going fast," and you can get going really fast on ice skates. Plus, skating outdoors is much different than skating on a rink. So if you skate on a rink, you're going around in one direction. Every once in a while, let me go around the other direction. If you're out on the ice, if you're out on a pond, you can just skate wherever you want. And we were lucky because, like I said, we had 2 ponds, and they just kind of had a deal at the apartment complex that during the winter, the lower pond, it was lower by about 10 feet. They kind of set that one up to play pond hockey on. And then the other one was just for families and free skating and playing tag and having the dogs come out and run around on the ice and chase them around. And it was excellent. I loved it. And then we moved back down in here, and I found there was a couple rinks around. So I started skating on a rink, and then I switched from figure skates to hockey skates and started playing hockey a little bit.
Wait, you used to figure skate?
No, I skated on figure skates. I didn't figure skate. There's 2 different types of ice skates.
Topic.
That's the hardest part to get used to when you swap from either direction, either hockey skates to figure skates or figure skates to hockey skates. The blades on the 2 skates are completely and totally different. And figure skates they actually have a jagged toe pick up in the front of them. And
yeah,
you catch those in the ice one time, man, and you're on your face. So yeah, hockey skates don't have that, so you don't have to worry about it.
That movie was funny. That one ice skate movie, I forget the name of it. But it was funny. Where that hockey player went to figure skating and stuff.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, that was funny. But
and
I've never ice skated. I roller skated a lot as a kid. At the rink, we had a rink in Humble, and I was pretty good. I was pretty fast, but I never could figure out how to frickin' skate backwards. I may have skated backwards a few times when I almost fell and ended up
unintentionally.
Yeah, but every time I tried to turn or whatever to go backwards, I'd always mess it up somehow. But I mean, as far as speed skating, as far as going straight forward, I was pretty good at it. I just couldn't get the backwards, and I couldn't see being on ice skates. Nah, my ankles probably would have Bennett.
Well, and you know
And
what's so funny about that is the biggest misconception about ice skating in the world is that you got to have strong ankles. You can have the weakest ankles in the world and still be a good ice skater because it's the skate that supports your ankle, not the other way around. Now, of course, rental skates, if you go to an ice rink and get rental skates, those things are beat to death and they're not decent skates to start with. But if, again, you don't even really have to spend a ton of money to get a decent skate, but it's the skate that is supposed to support your ankle, not your
no,
ankle supporting the skate.
no, not Blades of Glory. It was oh, what was the name of that? Jamie, you know the name of that movie? Uh, something ice. Something.
Ice castles or something like that.
No. No, not Blades of Glory. Um, it was kind of a rom com or something. He was a hockey dude and he got hurt or something, and he went to figure skating and um, come on, Jamie, help me out. Um, she knows the name of it.
Yeah, it's funny because if you can roller skate, you can learn to ice skate very easily. It
But
A
here's the
lot of it
thing.
is very it's a lot of it's very similar.
Here's the thing, though. Hey, Jonesy. Here, no, it's not Mighty Ducks. The thing is, though, is we don't have any ice down here. There is a ice skating rink at freaking no, not Happy Gilmore. There's an ice skating rink at the no, not Blades of Glory. Um,
No, read the whole thing.
okay, Blades of Glory. Um, at the what's
Let's
that
see.
mall? It's a 3-story mall. No, I can't think of that. You can't talk and I can't think tonight. Um,
We make a good pair. Jeez.
um, the what is that place? Ice Castles was a romance. No, it was not Ice Castles. It
Cutting
was
edge.
Cutting Edge. That's it. Cutting Edge. Okay,
It just
that's the
says
name of the
I just
movie.
looked up ice skating movies, and that was one of them
Yes,
that came up. It says
yes,
1992, a cult
yep,
classic romantic comedy
yep,
about a spoiled elite figure skater and a rough injured hockey player pairing together
yep.
for the Olympics.
So if y'all have not seen The Cutting Edge, watch it. It's a pretty good movie. It's been years and years and years since I've seen it, but it's good. Okay, now we got 3 minutes. So here is I'm gonna spin. Uh, I you missed. Oh, I missed Jamie's comment. She said it. I was reading. Everybody kept typing "Blades of Glory," "Gay Blades of
Yep.
Glory," "Mighty Ducks." I was trying to. Congratulations! All right, and the second one is we're doing two. And Jamie, he's not paying attention. Yes, I am, Timmy. Get him, Jamie. Congratulations. All right. You all will receive a Tech Talk sticker and a Tech Talk magnet. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming in. We have 2 minutes. And so let's see who we got. And if I don't mention your name, it's because you didn't type in and I'm not going back. If I can find it. We have Arlene 1010, Bat 13, Bella 29, Beverly Moffat. Hey Bev. Chef Civvy, Double Dogs Keeper Jamie, Judy Mae Collins, the KM Mac Project, Nora, the Stock Explorer, Timmy, Mitchell, Cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline, and Dez and Radio Jonesy Music. We want to thank everybody for coming in. I appreciate everybody. And we will see you on the YouTube streets next Saturday. It'll be my day with the dog. And stay tuned right there for Two Dudes Give Clues with Gary and Jerry. Butler Family Farms and Belt Loop 29. You will automatically be switched over there. And thank you all for coming in. Ralph?
Nothing else here. Trying to
Alrighty.
figure out how to talk.
All right. Y'all have a great night.
Geez.
Pleasure spending time with y'all. See y'all later.